Hello folks, this has gone Spy. The Spy will come to you live for Star Wars Not for Republic, the Sith Lords. Now for the last episode, we managed to be able to find Master Rogue and got some information about what he knows and told him that the Sith had returned and that he's going to be meeting up at the Jedi Enclave and down here in Tatooine to wait for the other Jedi Masters that we would find in different worlds and gather them on Tatooine to decide what to do about the Sith. Now, we haven't exactly got the full scope of the information, but it seems to me that there's a lot more going on about the Force Bond and about why the Jedi had scattered in the galaxy is because they were being hunted by the Sith that somehow managed to be able to hunt them through the Force. Now, this is a rare thing that I'm hearing about because I never imagined that the Force can be used to hunt down Force users, especially Jedi. And then and most importantly, I managed to be able to learn about what happened to Visa's planet. It seems to me that when the Jedi did try to do something about it and tried to locate the enemy when they gathered in one place, which is the Mariluka world, it was instantly just gone just like that. So wherever the enemy we are dealing with is more powerful than anything that the Mandalorian Wars had offered, or anything of what Darth Malak had offered even. So right now, we're heading back into the Ebon Hog to recess on matters. Plus, I'm going to need to have a conversation with several of my companions.
Yes, General?
Never mind. Plus, I managed to be able to find some emitters. I forgot. Damn it. Well, I can't really go back for them now because
Yes?
can you teach me some more fine moves?
I do not think you are ready for further instruction.
Can I ask you some questions?
You may ask.
I wanted to talk about you or Muffer.
What of her? As I said, I knew little about her.
In the Mandalorian Wars, she was one of the Jedi that was exiled, and her name was Aaron Kay.
This is already known to me. Why are you telling me this?
And if you at the book, sorry, words, because the Force runs strong within the bloodlines, and you could be able to use the Force to help others.
I do not know enough of you yet to speak of such things.
Okay.
Perhaps if we were to train together in battle, my thoughts on this would be clearer, but not now.
All right.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me more of the Force, Crab.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
The lightsaber forms? Can you teach me? I've learned something.
The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the forms, return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience.
Are you familiar with the Ataru? The one that Master Rogue had recently passed down to me?
One of the techniques you've learned from the Masters. This technique is good against a lone opponent, and you will find your critical strikes are more effective, but you will be vulnerable to almost everyone else you are fighting. Others may come with time, with experience.
Alright. Then teach me more of the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
The Force forms. I want to know more about them.
Very well. Of which did you wish instruction?
Never mind. I got some more questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
What do you know of Visa's master?
He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the dark lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave close to you. I suspect there was a reason he spared her, and perhaps a reason that she survived when the rest of her people and the Jedi did not.
Look, Visas is not his slave, not anymore. But how did he manage to be able to destroy her homeworld?
It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of severing connections between life, the Force, and feeding upon the death it causes. It cannot be taught. It can only be gained through instinct, through experiencing its effects firsthand.
And he used it to kill an entire planet?
Yes, and he fed upon its destruction. It will sustain him for a time.
How can anybody, even a Sith Lord, be able to have that kind of power? No person should be able to wield that much power?
Power? Do you think so? You would be wrong. There is no strength in the hunger he possesses, and the will behind his power is a primal thing, and it devours him as he devours others. His mere presence kills all around him, slowly feeding him. He is already dead. It is simply a question of how many he kills before he falls.
So this guy is a zombie? But it's just that, how can he be able to perform such slaughter?
Nothing is impossible with the Force. It is an energy that flows through all living things. And like energy, it may be harnessed, channeled, and consumed at times. It may even be a substance that can burn and ignite. Do not think of his power as one would a weapon, or one of your warships of the Republic. It is terrible, but it is still a subtle thing. The sect of assassins that chase you feed on the Force. What he does is simply the pinnacle of what they could achieve in time. And that is why they and their techniques must be wiped out. No one again must experience and learn what her master did.
How are they able to manage to be able to drain the Force?
As much as one may use the Force to bolster the wills and strengths of others, the reverse is possible, though not often used. Instead of sending one's will through connections in the Force, instead such connections are drawn upon, fed upon, and drained completely.
But all life is supposed to be touched by the Force?
Then you understand how terrible such a power is, and why it must be ended. It is an empty road to the dark side, and by traveling it, the price is death before one's time. He is a
On that we can agree.
Force, capable of consuming the lives of those around him. Sometimes the touch is slow, as it is with his crew.
So he feeds on Force sensitives?
It is not something he can direct or focus, much like hunger itself. He is more of a hole in the Force than a living thing. Force sensitives and worlds rich in the Force draw him. The Miraluka world was one such place. That is why where the Jedi gather, Jedi will die. He will feel it, unless they mask their presence. But Qatar called out as a beacon to him, and he could not resist it. And he cares nothing for the Sith, or its teachings, or the Jedi. And when the Jedi are dead, he will feed on the galaxy, the Republic, and eventually consume the Sith as well. There is no future.
He sounds like a
in the empty
monster.
galaxy he sees, and that is why he must be stopped. The breach must be sealed before his power grows beyond what even we can hope to stop.
So he is no longer a man?
One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master.
If that's what must be done for victory, then I will do so, but I can never be able to do such a thing to her.
Then you have a chance. Without her death, I do not know if he can be stopped.
But do you have any idea why did he spare her?
Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. If so, there may be a death served by hers.
Wait,
You
there's
must
a
be
force
prepared
bond
to
between those
sacrifice
two?
the blinded one. Perhaps her death.
I got some other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
I have thought more about the destruction of his homeworld, Qatar. Ever since I've learned more about, from what Rook has told me, and said that her planet was wiped out, and it was only the colony of her people in this sector of the galaxy.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
Well, if her people all see through the Force, then maybe someone from the shadows, as Rook had mentioned, wanted them blind to it.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
It's almost like someone of this sector wants this part of the galaxy to be blind to the Force, so that they be able to move freely, or be able to strike without warning.
I fear you are right, and I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger, and there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more.
Alright.
Ask, and I will answer.
I only did that so that I can be able to gain more influence. And besides, might as well check on visas.
My life for yours.
It's time that we continue our discussion. Who sent you? What is the name of your master?
I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant, but I do not know why.
How did you find me?
I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it.
I have questions for you.
I will answer what I can, but my answers may prove useless to you.
Was your master the one who sent his apprentice, Darth Sion, along with the number of Sith soldiers to Paragus?
I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction.
What do you mean?
There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same, the death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you.
Then I have some questions for you.
I will answer what I can.
Tell me about your homeworld, Qatar. How did it start with its destruction? Where was it gone?
It is not something I speak of. The homeworld is no longer, and that is all. I will answer what I can.
Was your master behind the destruction of Paragus?
My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. They believe you are the last of the Jedi.
Some more questions?
I will answer what I can.
I have heard about your species being blind and can only be able to see only to Force sensitives. How are you able to see exactly?
My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well.
You sound as if that sight is lost to you.
My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people.
So she has a limited ability to see the Force. She has a Force sight in first-person mode, and can also use it as a Force power by spending Force points. I see.
My master, he has crippled me. I have seen the galaxy as it truly is, and it has left its mark. It is not something I can explain, for the words are difficult. I only ask that you understand.
I understand.
I will answer what I can.
I'll be going now. It looks like I need to get some influence on her as well. Alright, time to work on T3. How's the Ebon Hawk? Got some other questions for you. Ready for some routine maintenance? Good. I'll try to make this quick. Alrighty, good. All done. Now, with a spawns package, give it a spin. Due to my repair skills, T3's response systems has been improved, giving him 1 point dexterity. No, fine. I'm just concentrated, just caught up on my work. I guess some more questions for you. Alright, time for some more advanced maintenance in order. Alright, log on your modificators and unlock the side of the panel. Ooh. Sorry, never heard that one before. Sorry. I'll try this again once I hone my skills more. I got some more questions for you. Alright, I'm going to get a programming spike. Alright, well maybe later. I have something else I need. T3, can you be able to give me the list of the masters again so I can refresh my memory? We've met up with Rook. Haven't met up with this guy, says Kyle. Or Kavar. Or Fash. Atreus. So why exactly did you download this from the Atreus databanks? Oh no, I'm not angry. I just wish that you would wipe the database before you left. Was that all of that was in the Atreus databanks? Nothing of secret compartments or something? Alright, I'll be going now. I would give her the lightsaber, but she's not exactly double blade lightsaber stuff. Lightsaber. Alright. Alright. But first,
Something up?
let's play some Basak.
Sounds good to me. All deal.
Alright. Alright. So, right after this game, I'm going to be cutting this video short for the next one. Because in the next video, it's going to be a trip to Nar Shaddaa, as I said. We've been getting a lot of complication problems of bounty hunters and mercenaries that's been hunting us ever since we left Paragus. And even more so leaving Telos. And all these connections is pointing towards Nar Shaddaa. Plus, the next master we're going to find is going to be there too, hopefully. This is Kyle. I don't know much about him. Nath. Damn it. Gotcha. Nope. Oh well. Alright folks, I'm going to need to put a stop to this one, so after these messages. So this has gone Spy, the Spy, sign off for now.